Hello, guys. Welcome to the second episode of What If Civilization Starts Over. It's been quite a long time since I last made a video, but here I am. Uh, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys actually watch this series because it will suck if we're just doing it for nobody. Okay, so we're gonna start off with I don't know what to call these guys. The Gibraltar the Gibraltar country. Uh Otherwise known as the Red Team. I should have just said that first. But they are gonna do some like smug business, I guess, and they're gonna get their hands on some of the boats that the blue team has. Basically, they're going to use these boats that they just got, and they're going to just send their boats down. I'm pretty sure, isn't the other area of land visible? Yeah, so, like, they can see the other area of land, so now they can naturally go over there, and they can explore it, you know? And then they also have another, like, fleet of boats go on from this part, and they take a lot of tries, like, because it's still really early boat technology, so this is going to fail like 1,000 times, and then eventually they're going to get all across, and then they're going to explore this tiny little bit of the shore. Basically, they continue. Oh my god! Eventually, after a few years, I guess, they like connect this up and they go down the side of Morocco over here. And yeah, the red team, unfortunately, their militaristic campaign is doing very well. Continuing with this, they're gonna kind of just like slither up the river, and they're also slipping over some money to these guys so that they can do the same thing. Because they're not complete monsters, they do have friends that they care about. After a bit more exploring of this, they are going to, like, they're going to expand. I don't know what I was trying to say. All right, and the thing, like the final decision for the like the claimed land is this. Yes, oh my gosh, it does not look very good. Sorry, guys. All right, that's a little bit better, maybe, I guess. So now we're going to go over here to the blue Catalonian country, and we're going to see they're going to work with this pink explorationist country, and they're going to work together to kind of finish off this area. And yes, and then they're going to basically kind of make a treaty to split this in half, I guess. Basically what they come up with is I mean, it's not really in half. I'm pretty sure that the blue team has a little bit more of the share, but also pink team is going to get all of France, so it doesn't matter. But they're going to take all of that. And then the pink team is kind of lazy right now because they're more focused on getting their explorationists to actually go up because they're a little bit scared. But they're going to like just lazily make like a boring border right there, so they kind of look stupid for now. So we're gonna see some conflict down in the south of Iberia, where this pink country basically like claimed this, but they didn't do it quite fast enough before the red already did it. So they recognize this as their own, but obviously it's not actually their own. So they're going in and like, because they think it's theirs, so they're going in and setting up camp, and these guys are going to go in there and they're going to completely slaughter everyone there. And with this, they're going to take this as the red team was invading their land, which obviously that's wrong, but they are going to not knowingly, they're going to invade into the red team thinking that it's theirs, and then they're going to continue along the shore getting closer and closer to this little settlement right here. Basically, the red team is like 10 times stronger than these guys. These guys are just like probably a bunch of farmers and fishers and losers. So they just completely wipe out all of their military. They literally put all of their military in here, and now they're all gone and dead. They're gonna continue. This poor little settlement right here is gonna get burned up into flames. And yeah, every single fishing boat is being terrorized. A lot of people are just escaping up to the blue team, even though they don't really mix very well. These guys don't really like these guys, but they need a better place because now the capital doesn't exist. And we kind of just see a bit of a evaporation of the state, you know. But let's go ahead and look at a tree speedy. The peace treaty is very simple. They just annex basically the previous land, except there's a slight difference. Obviously, this is a tiny bit different, but they have one single pixel of width between the blue team because they have kind of put it in their like their words, I guess. Like, I don't know, like their scripture that they shall never touch the blue team unless they are absolutely requited to or something. I don't know. Because of all the refugees from the red team, the blue team is now, like the administration of the blue team is now going to have to pay like quite a hefty amount of money for these southern regions over here because, you know, it costs a lot of money to take in refugees if you didn't know that. So because of because of all of the, because of all the money that they need, they're gonna start spiking up some taxes and making it a little bit more, you know, hefty. The place that the taxes affect the most is this little colony over here. They are being taxed really heavily because they have different stuff and arguably have more important stuff than some of these guys over here. But basically, yeah, they are really angry at this because this southern little area right here has absolutely nothing to do with them, and yet they're being taxed more than the rest of the country. Because of this, they're going to go ahead and declare their own independence. Yes, they are orange because they are in Iberia and they're cool and they actually make sense. Now, of course, the blue team is not gonna let this fly. They need this colony because it's making them a lot of money that is keeping them from losing the ability to hold on to the refugees, and also they're spending quite a bit of money right now just on everything like the boats and everything else. So in their attempt to get these guys back, they are going to send off the oh my gosh, the soldiers. They're gonna be on their way. They're gonna kind of have to go, they're gonna go through this, and a lot of them are gonna get lost, and they're kind of in this sort of problem where they have this problem where some of them are going this way and only a few are actually have the brain cells to go actually to the place that they're supposed to. Now, the tiny group of soldiers, they're going to make their way into the orange country, and boom, that is all the progress they're going to make. They're going to make like, I'm not joking, the amount of soldiers is like literally 5 people. This is probably happening quite a long while after, but after a lot of deaths from the soldiers, they're gonna kind of make their way over this way, and then they're gonna like around the mountain range, the thicker mountain range right here, and they're gonna get into this little oasis area, and like you see this big bulge right here, they're gonna like set up camp around the coastline of this area right here, and then like a few rivers over here. So this military operation have gone so long without the blue Iberians that they honestly just gave up hope in the whole operation, and they decided to create their own nation. And of course, they need a settlement, which is going to be here. And probably the next up settlement that they're going to have is probably going to be somewhere over there, because this is where the like intersection of rivers is. The After all of this, that was like one of their main fleets, because you know they really badly need this back. Also, by the way, the five guys got slaughtered. You know, in their memory, the Blue Iberians decide to build a like sort of, I guess it's like a restaurant, and they named it after the five guys. But especially with that, they're spending way too much money. They spent too much money on the big fleet of army. They spent way too much money on these guys. They spent too much money on the boats. And they're also spending way too much money in helping the pink team with their efforts. So, yeah, they're a little bit cooked. So, yeah. So we're gonna see a sorry guys, a mini succession crisis in the Blue Iberian team. So they're gonna have to, you know, give up some land because they are spending way too much money, so they need to save some. Basically, we're gonna see like, I don't know what this section of land called, like I've just got word that it's called Aragon. So we're basically, this whole section is just gonna get let go and released into the wild, basically, which kind of sucks for all of the people who live here. But they have a perfect place to reside right here. Or some of them are just gonna go over here, but other people who are a little bit more smart are just gonna make their own country, you know. So basically, we're gonna see the releasements of the four settlements. They're gonna kind of just group together and create their own country. And if you thought that the hatred of the red team towards the blue team was bad, these guys are like super dialed up, man. They hate these people. And also, to begin with, the citizens of the Blue Iberian team are definitely not very happy with the Blue Iberian team, because they're just spending their money on like random stuff that does not matter or apply to a Blue Iberian person. And also, they Loki are really infuriated by the red, well, not technically red, but the pink refugees. They hate them. They're really racist towards them. And yeah, it sucks. Basically, one of the ideas of the Blue Iberians to, you know, save up some money and make some more money is they're going to basically lend out these chunks of land that are going to be available for like high ranked officials and really rich and influential people to kind of just like buy out and use for themselves. And it's not going to be of use for the Iberians, which now that they don't realize it, but this is honestly a stupid idea, because they're just removing they're removing land that they can use to make money. It's stupid. The pink team is going to get a bit of a border issue with this, because some of the people that like, okay, there's some people that live out in the country and they just got booted off, and they're also pretty mad at the Iberians, so they either leave to go to this place or they leave to go to the pink. We're gonna see the pink team. They're gonna like finally kind of establish themselves as like an actual country. They're gonna establish their settlement as a city, and same with this new orange Iberian country. And then eventually, like, I mean, I'm just drawing it on the map, but they're gonna make this into their capitals as well. For Iberian team, you could barely even see them, bro. Since we just saw pink team establish themselves, they're actually going to do quite a, hold up, Oh my gosh, bro. You're going to see them do quite a bit of exploring around this area. They're even going to do some of it with the blue team, except the blue team, they're not spending too much money because they're gonna go bankrupt and die. What is this? Um, but they, they're doing pretty well. They're just kind of exploring the French area, if you can call this the French area. And then we're gonna get closer and closer to I'm not quite sure what this is called. Cupertino. I don't know. Some place. Sorry, it's Brittany. They're getting really close to Brittany. But they're not quite there yet. They're also kind of, I don't know what this place is called either, but like the area around the Mediterranean and the Catalonia region. And the last thing in today's episode is the red team is going to do quite a hefty amount more of exploring in this area. Mainly in Morocco, they're kind of reaching to the point where they're seeing all the mountains in this area, so they're not able to progress much further. And of course, I'm going to make them do the classical thing. I'm going to make them claim this section of land. They're gonna, take a little bit of a claim here, just a kind of a colony, I guess. Yeah, no, instead of that, which, I mean, they'll, boom, there you go. But yeah, they're not doing too much. They're just kind of being difficult. They see more value in this for some reason, because there's some nice resources and stuff here. And also, this is the main reason, there was already sort of a settlement here. This is sort of the resting spot for all of the explorationists. So this is a exploring town, I guess. It's a pit stop for everyone else. They kind of do this, they go around, and then they go here, and then they go to and fro from this area right here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been quite a long time. If you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit rusty, but I hope you guys liked the video. Go ahead and subscribe if you found this channel after our first one, since it got deleted and stuff, but I hope you guys have a good day. Go ahead and drink some water or something, and I don't know, like, go have fun. Just go do something with your time instead of just scrolling away on YouTube.